when you hold the shield, a lot of you guys are kind of holding it about here. You guys can tell that is not the leg. You're hitting somebody the length of the arm around the body area. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
So when you're doing this, let's hold this thing down at a leg level. Okay? So, all right. When we're making leg kick, what I'd like us to do is I'd like to hit with the shin. Okay? When you hit with the shin, what I'd like you to do is ultimately cut through. So, if you want to kick like this, you're not really cutting through. Come here, Caleb, put that thing on. Put it on. Not really cutting through. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Kind of surface striking. Hit. Cut through. Does that make sense? It's a big difference.
Yes, sir.
So if we're going to snap kick, it's really just a diversion. It's not really going to have that cutting power. You know you've made a good leg kick when the legs buckle. It's called a sympathetic response. You hit this one, and that one gives as well. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
So again, when we go to do this, step to the angle, kick here with the shin, turn, and you'll have power. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay? Does it make sense?
Yes, sir.
Cut through. By the way, you notice Caleb switched arms. If you go this way, it locks the elbow, locks the shoulder. It's a little uncomfortable. If you go this way, the elbow bends naturally. Right? It's a little bit less painful. If you hold it by the handle the way Joel had in the beginning, you won't get the feedback. So I want it on the arm, okay?
Sure.
First time I kicked it, I thought, I'm not going to get the feedback that I want, which is why I switched.
Sure.
All right. If you got a shield, make a line from Jeremy this way. Pop, pop, pop. Facing that. Now back. All right. It's cool if you guys switched southpaw to make this kick. Nothing wrong with that. If you switched to the other side forward. If you did that, let's try to make switch kick this time. Switch, right? Switch, kick, move through. Can we do it?
Yes, sir.
Can we do it?
Sir. Yes, sir.
If you are good at the switching on this left, and you think you do it on the right, then switch kick on the right. Ready?
Yes, sir.
Go. All right, so let's kind of look at the kick for just a second. Who's ever kicked a football or maybe a soccer ball? So like if I'm going to kick a soccer ball, it goes that way, there's a soccer ball, and I'm running towards the ball. I set, I turn, I kick, I lift. Okay? So I don't want to do this. Right? This is not the kick. Right? Set, turn, kick, lift, spin. This way. The switch kick, much in the same. Let's not switch and go this way. Right? It's not going to be effective. Switch, kick. Right? We want to blade, turn that body, right? Your momentum should carry you through. Can we do that?
Sir.
Small correction. Let's get the other side. Other person, rather. Other person. Joe.
Sir.
Chose Joel because, unlike the rest of you guys, he doesn't feel any pain, and I get to kick him as hard as I can in the leg. Right, Joel?
Yes, sir.
Joel's like, I don't think that was in my contract. By the way, you can move or block.
Just gotta take it.
Joel's like, man, we're friends. We might not be that good. All right. When we're working these, remember that we're kind of, when you're holding the pad, it's a little bit artificial, right? I still see some guys kind of going this way, but they're kind of swinging up like a punt, like they're going to punt a football. I want to hit on an angle that catches into the bottom third of the leg, right above the knee, and either cut up, cut horizontally, or cut down, but I'm looking for right there. And there is a common peroneal nerve that we're trying to strike. If you hit the nerve, the leg goes dead. It hurts a lot, but then the leg just goes dead. That make sense?
Yes, sir.
All right. So if I'm a back leg kick Joel, and I do one of these, it's just going to sting him a little bit, right? I'm not going to hit him as hard as I can, but I'm going to push, right? Step to the angle like I'm going to hit the soccer ball. Get to this position. See how I've angled my body? And then I push. And I want him to move. Now hold your stance pretty strong, Joel, right? I still got to, if he's really holding his position, I should still be able to move him. What I want to see is that leg move. If that leg moves, I've hit him sufficiently. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Right? So I don't have to hit him hard to get both legs to do this. Okay? What happens if I hit a little high and I catch him in the pelvic bone?
It's gonna hurt your shin.
Well, it might not hurt my shin much, but it's not nearly as soft as down here, so I agree that's not the best place. But there's not a big nerve junction up here. He'll get sore. But it's not the same as right down there. What if I hit him in the ribs? Legit. Totally legit. But it's not a leg kick. What if I catch him directly on the bend of the knee? Is that pretty good?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, you can cripple somebody. You're no longer trying to deaden the leg. You're trying to tear up the MCL, the inside of the leg. Everybody can see that if I push his knee this way, beyond its ability to flex without him bending, it's going to cause a lot of trauma. That's not bad. I can also hit him here, down in the calf area, right? That will work. A lot of people are calf kicking these days. It works. But I really want that, okay? Not this. Everybody sees the difference. No hips. That's from the knee, really from the leg down. I want this, right? I try to remind people, you're not really throwing the foot. You're throwing the knee like I'm going to throw a knee through his body. Okay? So when I go to hit him, it's here. Can we do that?
Yes, sir.
With a partner?
Yes, sir.
Can we move them without hurting them?
Yes, sir.
I bet Joel can do it. Who wants to see Joel? See if Joel can bend me without injuring me. Who wants to see Joel injure me, forget about bending me? My wife raised her hand. That seems troublesome. So Joel's going to try not to injure me. I'm an old man. He doesn't want to cripple his buddy, so he's going to make the move. He's going to push. All right, a little bit. I may have flinched a little bit. I felt like it was coming. Try to hold my stance. Push a little harder if you want. All right. So I'm trying to not anticipate. By the way, if we're anticipating, is that reasonably good? Because if I see him coming, I'm going to anticipate and I'm going to start shielding. Does that make sense?
Sure.
So the fact that I'm naturally kind of moving with this, that's a hard habit for me to break. But I'm going to stand, he's going to move me. He's going to move me. Okay? And he's wearing me out being gentle. Okay? So don't tear anybody up. Get a partner! All right. Let's power kick this thing. I have Caleb demonstrate. Then, because he's kind of in our middleweight category, then I'm going to have Joel. Then I'm going to have Jeremy. And I promise you, I'm not going to be the one holding this when they kick. I'm going to hold it for Caleb, and then I'm going to pass the baton. All right, so we're aiming for this part of the leg, right? We don't want to hyperflex that knee, so I'm going to lean into it a little bit, but he should still kick this. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Now, in reality, if he hits here, there's not that same nerve junction. You're going to deaden the muscle a little bit, but you can take more on the top of the leg than on the side. That's just a biological fact, right? It's the physiological nature of how your legs put together. Now, you're still going to wear the leg out. I'm not saying it's not a good kick, but this is what you want. I'm going to turn my knee in this way, and I'm going to give him a pretty good target so he can kick this out. Let's kick it lightly once. That looks pretty good. A little bit harder. All right. Swing away. All right. Now, even with this big thing, I can feel that power. Can you guys see that impact? All right, here you go. So, Joel.
Sir. Like this?
I held on to the top handle. However you want to do it. All right. All right, so Joel's going to give you a reasonably light kick, and then he's going to increase power until you're like sick of it.
All right.
Come on, drop, Joel.
You ain't gonna hurt me. Come on.
That's a solid kick. All right, thanks, Joel. All right, Joel, hold that for Jeremy.
Oh boy.
Kick him, Jeremy.
Yeah.
Joel, I hope you out if Sarah's in there, okay? All right, one light kick, Jeremy. Have some fun with it, buddy. All right, now, did you guys see the angle he moved on and that he did hit with the shin? That was a clean kick, right? He stepped in, he angled his body, he threw with his weight. Give him a nice medium kick.
That was medium, all right.
All right, ready, sir? Hit him a good one. He won't move me in. Go.
Big kick, big kick.
Yes.
That was a solid kick. All right, friends, let me just say that if you haven't seen good leg kicks, I just recently posted a tribute to an early pioneer in Dutch Muay Thai kickboxing. Right? Guy fought really good. He fought all the champs. He fought Rick Rufus. He fought some of the Thai guys. The guy that beat Rick Rufus, he fought him like 3 times. It's a long thing if you want to watch it, but he chops the tree down. That's what he did. Okay? Now, we'll talk a little bit about what else we can do. Let me put that up. Thanks, sir. All right. Option number 1. I go to kick. He's probably going to shield. Right? It's going to be okay, not very effective, not going to hurt him much. I'm going to get tired. He's going to get tired. We're going to kind of exchange energy. Kind of a no. Doesn't really work. So I'm going to throw a jab cross, and then I throw the kick, and he's braced for the strikes. So he's probably not going to defend this well. Does that make sense?
Sure.
So again, if I come in, I just want to lead with this kick, he should probably shield. Then I throw this one, bop, bop. That's the one I want. Okay? Notice the angle. I angle here. So a boxer's jab is here. A kickboxing jab is off-angled. It's not a power jab. This one might hit hard, but it could also be a distraction. But this is the one that we want. We want to drive that leg. Start there. One with no punches. Let him shield. The second one, jab, cross, pivot on that bottom foot. Go. It's legit. We don't want to kill our friend. We don't want to tear anybody up. All right. Let's look at this from a close view of the camera. Right? So pretend that the camera is the opponent's eyeballs. Jennifer's going to walk forward until all she can see is my fist. All right. That's pretty good. Now, the bottom line is the camera would be technically blinded. So if I do this, the camera can now see this. I pull it back, the camera can now see this. Does that make sense? Sure. If I go here, leave it there, here, leave it there, and there, you never saw the kick coming. So let's see what it looks like kind of from the attack. I got to sell it. If I do this, he's going to block every time. Does that make sense?
Sir.
Because I'm like not even close enough. He didn't even have to block. I got to step to that angle, and I got to be ready to hit him, and that's got to be right where he's looking. He should be looking at knuckles, right? He's counting the freckles or the hair on my knuckles, right? Then I can kick this one without him seeing it. Does that make sense?
Sure.
So you can't do this and expect him not to see this. He's going to see it. We're hiding the kick. Vis-a-vis, I throw, he blocks. Throw again, he's a probably block again. I'm going to try to fake him out and throw again. He might even do that. Does that make sense? Because he sees it. So when I do this, I usually get that. Make sense?
Sir.
You got to sell it. Now, did I hit him? No, but I blinded him with the first one. I blinded him with the second one, and that one is coming. He's busy with his hands up here dealing with that. He shouldn't be lifting that leg. By the way, if you don't know how to leg shield, it doesn't matter. Don't get me wrong. Love all my, traditional karate and taekwondo friends, but this is not something they typically practice. The Kyokushin guys practice this, okay? Because they used to get the piss kicked out of their leg. But again, if you can't kick below the waist, you don't have a defense against this. So we should think about that. Cool?
Sir.
One more time, about 30 seconds each person. Get your techniques in. If you see the kick coming, if they haven't blinded you, go ahead and defend. Don't anticipate, defend. Once I said we got to sell it, here's why, because you want to blind them. You guys said, okay, that makes sense. All right. I can kick the outside with this one. If he switches legs, no problem. I'm going to kick the inside with this one. Whatever leg is forward is the target. It's a slightly different thing, but the inside is super vulnerable compared to the outside or the top of the leg. The inside, you're not going to take a lot of those kicks. At least I do. Right? So, if I know that, and let's say he switches back to his orthodox stance, and he's been blocking my kicks, right? Then I can do this one, which is going to be very effective. Now, I kind of walked through it, but what am I really doing? I'm going to do something to distract and blind him, right? And then I'm going to drive that kick. Okay?
Sir.
Caleb's like, I'm going to hit you back later. I'll be gentle. But we do want to lift, right? So I can throw the jab and then this one. I can throw jab, cross, shift this one, right? If I want, I can throw knee, set back, hand. See how my hands stay near his face? This is part of him not seeing me do that. These are close range kicks and they should work pretty well. Keep them occupied, right? If I hit him, that's pretty good, and he looks up. Oh, I definitely got that. If I hit him with the jab, we just go ahead and hit him in reality, not while we're training. But let's lift. So tell me, is this what I want?
No.
All right, how about this?
No.
How about this?
Yeah.
I want to lift. Now again, you're not kicking them so hard that they hurt you, so Caleb's going to get his chance. He's going to lift me up, right? Pretty gentle, right? Now, he kicks, I could be shin checking him this way. He goes to kick, I could also move back, so he's going to want to do what?
Blind you.
So that hand goes up, wow, he makes shift kick, he makes jab, right? There we go. He makes jab cross. Does that make sense?
Sir.
Keep your hands in their face before you throw this inside leg kick. Give it a try. Oh yeah, that was awesome. Oh yeah. Now, come close. Go. That's perfectly on me. I tried not to drill it. I was like, perfect. Oh, let's just put my elbow over. There you go.
Oh!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi.
I mean, you're
Try for the knees.